What an amazing place for teaching leadership and resilience, which is exactly what we're trying to do with resilience. We're trying to build a camp style setup where kids can come and train with us in the US who want to go in the military, or athletic teams that want to come and go through a weekend with us to learn how to be tougher. We bring them kind of to a dark place so that they can get by it when it becomes tough. I am not getting wet today, because today I have new sneakers on. The other ones are wet from yesterday. So Dan is going to do all wet work, because at the same time, Dan is only taking care of himself. I sit in the rain, it sits underneath the canopy.
I did have a second one that went over it, and I thought, Bill's coming, I'll take it off.
Yeah.
He can eat it. Back up to Jack's property. He's got the large dam that we cleared last time. There's two smaller ones beside the roadway. We don't really know how deep they are, so we're going to clear those if Jack's home gives us permission. Is it possible? These little ponds may be only very shallow, but it grinds me that I don't know.
It'd be great if we had the sonar though. I mean, he could drive right into that, yes. But, I mean, he could see the bottom the whole way on that one.
He's meant to be on this property on the day that he went missing, and he didn't turn up. But really, Jack doesn't know that, because Jack was in tea gardens at the club there.
I see two cars.
You see two colours?
Yeah, we just put it there. Go right, but don't go there. Puppy's here. The dog. So someone's here. The dogs are here. Jack lived. She says that there are CCTV cameras on it, but there's no CCTV camera on this property at the house. The reason why they know we left the one is because there's a CCTV camera on the house itself for protection of the home. So this is 332, and when you look at 332, that's this here, and then there's these three cabins, and then behind that, the caretaker cabin is in the back, and that's where Allan Bentley lived. And when you follow the road back, there's a pond in the back corner on the trail, right there.
Yep.
With a swimming dock, and then if you follow that, it goes all the way right through the fish ponds, all the way back to the corner, straight into the creek. And that's the creek entrance, and literally is a straight shot from the caretaker's house directly to the creek, which is right there. And there seems to be an anomaly, if you look right there, that's in square formation right there on the screen. So we're going into the fish farm. We get permission from the owner to come in and come down. And right behind the fish farm is the creek that we think it has tremendous possibility because it has access directly to Allan's property right over there at 326 Pindimar Road. And right here we have undulations and we have water, bodies of water down at the bottom. And if he came home at night and no one was here and he's caretaking the property, he could go into that pond, he could go into that pond. Careful. Holy crap. Hey, look, Jared. It's one of your favorite ponds. The stinky one. Ponds. Road goes directly into the river. Cool old tractor.
Why you need a four-wheel drive truck in Australia.
I get it.
Go straight down and then we'll cut across. Go out here, it's only about 100 metres, and then that's the main Bundabah Creek. This is called Station Creek or something.
Yeah,
so it's
Station
sort of
Creek.
Unknown sort of creek.
No, yeah, they call it Station Creek on the mapping.
Okay, so just about 100 metres, 80 metres that way. That's the main river that comes in.
Okay.
So that's probably the best spot to put the boat in. It's easiest, but I'll show you that if you wanted to look where you was looking. At Bundabah, it's just over here. Cool.
Drops right off. Yeah, so I mean the biggest thing that we find is that people are within 5 miles of their home.
Really?
And they don't go further than that. And the last number of people that we found have all been within 1,500 yards of their home.
Unreal.
So that, they don't go far. They don't, like people will say that, they went to the Central Highlands, or they went to the mountains, or they went to Burlington, Vermont. They were 1,500 yards from home.
No way.
So
Certainly deep enough and dark enough.
just comes down to, can you get in here? You can't get by this.
If this wasn't here, that was a bit better, you'd get his car up here and just launch it.
So he's loaded with wood from Jack's house.
Right.
And he has a brand new chainsaw.
Right.
And so, he bought that chainsaw to do the job at Jack's, but also to do other projects. We're not sure if there was a different project that he was working on that he would have gone to that house and was overloaded with wood from Jack's because he was going to sell the wood to pay for the chainsaw, is what Jack told him to do.
Right, yeah.
So we're trying to figure out, where did he go next? Because when he left Pindimar Road, or Pindimar,
Yep.
he took a left on Mile.
That way.
That way, towards the highway, towards Pacific Highway.
Righto.
And then disappeared. So, yes, could he get back to Bundabah? Only if he came through, what was the name of the family's, the mansion over there?
Oh, the Leyland brothers.
I think it comes down to, did he
I
know?
mean, anywhere there, yeah, sure. Like,
You can
but
go
from,
right
from here, I don't know.
Well, if this would have had not been here, but at the same time, it would have crushed it from the wood.
I'd say so. Look, I mean, we
Yeah.
He's a solid, but he wouldn't have been able to get over this.
I don't think so.
No. And he's not going to go past these mangroves. He's
But
not going to
that's
get
the
past
only spot
those.
there really that's got good access to the water. The
But I
rest-
think we have to clear this Bundabah Creek
Oh, we have
because
to
haven't
clear
done
it. We have to clear it, but that at least gives us access to the other property, like the rest of the property as far as Dan's goes.
Yes.
The
No,
owners,
he was fine. He said,
the owners
do what,
given us permission.
yeah, do what you need to do. Yeah.
I am not getting wet today, because today I have new sneakers on. The other ones are wet from yesterday. So Dan is going to do all wet work, because at the same time, Dan is only taking care of himself. I sit in the rain, he sits underneath the canopy.
I did have a second one that went over it, and I thought, Bill's coming, I'll take it off. 3 meters, 4 meters, 4.5 meters,
Center.
leveling out at 4.3. So it still means, though, if there's a car in here, we'll see it.
So there is that access up there where we across from the dock.
Yep. We're sitting at 2.7 meters.
And there's
coming up
access
to the dock
and there's
the
access right there.
Yep.
So
Very flat bottom. See the posts of the dock? Like that.
access all along here.
I'll go closer to that side on the way back, but I'm pretty much going across the river anyway, but nice and dry with my bimini over the top of me.
I have none.
It's a very flat, clear bottom. Only sitting at 2 meters deep now. And all this marshy mangrove area, you're not getting a car in here. So coming up to the bend of the river, that probably will drop off a bit. Get a bit deeper maybe.
3.1.
There's a large body of water on the right hand side there. If it's swamp or not, I don't know.
So we're deep kind of in the bush, back behind the name of the family again.
The Leyland Brothers original property.
Yeah, that's their property that we're coming behind on this creek, and it goes back in the back area. It is only 1.2 meters, not deep enough to hide a car. But we're gonna just clear it, know that there's no hole in the corner. So we are coming up this creek right here. You can see it, there you go. We're coming all the way up along the creek into this bend. And the bend goes right along that road. So we're gonna check that road right there, because you can get into that bend, and the bend typically is the deepest point. Especially since there's a pond across from it, they might have dredged it out to get water over to the other two ponds. And if he came in from the road, he would come down that road, that trail right there, that trail, and come in to that corner. And that corner comes through the woods, and he would be trespassing though, so he'd be on someone else's property unless he had permission to be on there for some reason or another, but that wasn't normal. And according to Jack, he didn't know that family, and he didn't do work for them that he knew of.
Now it is high tide at the moment, so water would drop a fair bit.
1.1. We have about 60 meters to go before we hit the bend in the turn where we are going to turn around, just because of the tides. We don't want to get stuck in here on the tide, because if it gets down to 1, we get to wait like 12 hours before it comes back, and we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that.
Bend chicken.
Lovely spot,
1
though.
meter. 1 meter.
It's very nice.
Oh, it's beautiful in here. Again, this is adventure with little purpose. But we're clearing it just to make sure we're at 1 meter.
Because you never know, there could be just that one hole. It looks like there's a roadway just up here.
Yeah, that's
You can see a building.
That's the corner that we want to turn around in. That's the bend. 1 meter. And so we're at the bend in the turn, 1.5. So we drop down to 1.5 at the turn, like we said, 1.6. And then you've got a boat ramp right here. So that's the reason why we came in here, is to see if there's anything here. We're at 1.1 at the boat ramp. Nothing on the bottom. There's nothing on the bottom. A couple sticks, a couple trees, down to 0.9.
Where are you, Alan?
Allan is not here in this section.
It's not here. Where are you?
They got an object over here, but it's in 1.8 meters of water. They got a dark like boat right here. Straight drop off from there. 2.8. We have enough depth here. We're at 3.1 meters right here. Not sure if there's any access into here, but we got nothing on the screen that shows. So again, we're in the Bundabah Creek, back behind Allan's house, and at the same time also on the back road from North Arm Cove, the corner of Mile Road. We're actually working our way towards Mile Road, behind one of the really expensive camp farms and like preserve houses. This is all part of the preserve for this large family that was just recently sold for some probably god-awful amount. Down to 1 meter of water though back here. Really beautiful place on the planet though. In the back here with its yellow grass fields, mangroves, eucalyptus trees on the edge, and back down to 1.8 meters. See that, you see here, coming up river. And we're gonna take it, we have 2 more bends, and then we're right behind the building. And at this location, there's a dam there and a dam there, with a pond and a pond. This big pond is in the big estate camp, and then this one is in the other, couple 100-acre farm. But we're about to take a bend on the turn here. It should be deep in that back corner, at the back corner of the farm, where the estate that's there. Again, we're 1.4 meters right now. Again, we're using a Helix 8 system. It actually works really well. I have a Solex 12 system, and it does an amazing job, but Dan has this dialed in pretty well with his transducer stick, with live and down and side on it. So we have the ability to gain access to it. So we can could go to live. So if I went to live, we're in 2.5 meters of water, I can go to live scan by pushing the view button, and I'm on live scan. So we're in 2.4 meters of water, live scan picking up anything that's on the bottom. Typically we do it when we're standing still. 2.2 meters of water, so we hit the view button, get back to the down scan, live scan, fish on the bottom, then we would get back to the two-part screen, which is right there. And this is the screen we typically use because we're able to see whatever's on the bottom at a side view, and then what's on the bottom in the down scan. Again, 30 meters to the left, 30 meters to the right, which is the opposite because I'm looking at it backwards, so it's actually 30 meters to the left, 30 meters to the right. That being said, we're in 2.5 meters of water, a couple trees on the bottom, that's about it. Again, he could easily go into there if he had access to that property, but that property is gated with a video camera and a gate. We're not sure about this one here, but the Station Creek, you know, it's possible you could get into there, into that big hole in the corner, but we'll have to check that out if but we got to come all the way around. I'm just not sure if he had access to that one. He'd have to come in from Mile Road across the farm, and he'd have to know that has a deep hole in it. But there is some large bodies of, pond areas on the Station Creek, and then there's this one large piece also in the back field. But I just don't see him gaining access to it. There's it's all a fence down the side, but there is a access directly into the water there. So we'll have to take a look at that, but we're not going to call that clear because we have not been there. Look at this little tree fort section in the camp. It's a climbing gym all through the trees. It's really cool. All done out of the natural woods. It's really amazing. Like, it's almost like a camp for leadership or something.
That's what that property is. It's like an Australian bush camp.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So this is a bush camp. Love the creek. So this is like an outdoor gym. So in Rhode Island, where I'm from, Dan, I created an outdoor gym for my guys, but I just laid weights out all in stations. This is like an actual gym where you have an outdoor gym for people to climb and do everything. It is fun, and at the same time, it's what it does is it really challenges the kids to problem solve.
Yeah.
Find solutions to all their problems, right?
Yeah.
One of your favorite things to do is find solutions, Mr. MacGyver. 2.3 meters of water on this side.
Just coming up to a dock.
So all the kayaks are in there. So this is a real camp for kids and maybe even for adults for adventure. So they were an adventure company back when adventure companies just started. Yeah, all their tents up there on the hill. And what an amazing place for teaching leadership and resilience, which is exactly what we're trying to do with resilience. We're trying to build a camp style setup where kids can come and train with us in the US who want to go in the military, or athletic teams that want to come and go through a weekend with us to learn how to be tougher. We bring them kind of to a dark place so that they can get by it when it becomes tough. Really cool to see it.
A climbing wall over there too.
So the climbing wall.
Everything.
It's the real deal. This is the real deal here. I'm glad that we got to see this from the backside. So we're going to go all the way up on this Bundabah Creek, all the way under the highway to that old bridge, because if he pulled off of that old bridge and went in there by accident or on purpose, it's possible. If you look at the size of that car going across the bridge, that hole is pretty wide and expansive, And if the bridge goes over the top of it, I would assume that that's been dug out and dredged out so that they can put in the pilings and the piers. So we're gonna get in there. We're still in 2 meters of water, 2.1. So I think it's shells in the river, or what's all the speckled silver on the rocks?
Could be a mineral called mica.
Oh yeah.
Get a lot of mica. Could be gold, but it's not.
Okay, transducer down. So highway bridge right here. We're in 1 meter of water. Got goats over on the other side of the trees here, and some sheep. But we're deep right here. So we're going up under the bridge as far as we can go until we bottom out. And I can see that the old bridge is all rocks on the side. The only way you're going to get through, we go to shallow here. You could literally walk. I don't think you're getting through here. You gotta stay to the left. We're not getting through here.
I'll get out and walk it,
Okay.
just to make sure there's no holes.
Yeah. It gets deeper right here a little bit. There's a hole. Look at, they got some type of a,
Telegraph line.
that's what that is, the old telegraph line.
Old telegraph line.
Look at, you can see the bottom right there, all the way through. And it gets deep right here. What's the depth of this right here? You can see it, it's 1.3, but we got some depth here. You can see the rock under the, we're under the bridge. And then we go to dead shallow. Stop.
You got the old
Stop.
bridge.
Stop.
You got the old bridge, and then you've got an even older bridge further up.
Yeah. The crab pot. The old telegraph line. So we come right down to the point where we have cleared this river, or this creek, all the way up till it goes to dry.
You know what that line is? That's for koalas to cross so they don't cross over the road.
So it's a koala bridge. That's cool.
Real shallow. And a little cold, Bill. People leaving their crab pots. While we're here, we're going to have a little adventure, a bit of a look around. Probably not going to make it up this way ever again, so do some exploring. Oh, that water is chilly. So that's the old bridge. And then there's an even older bridge next to it. By the looks of it, that's pretty cool. Bill doesn't want to get his feet wet because he's a big girl. It's alright, he's missing out on an opportunity. Can certainly say we've gone up as far as you can. Ugh, slippery. Bill's probably filming me, see if I fall on my bum. Just wanted to see the old bridge more than anything. Probably 150 years old. The old pylons, yeah. Very cool. Absolutely no way there's any vehicles up there though. Head back to the boat. Keep on looking.
And then the sun comes out when we get out of the water, right?
Yeah, that's right.